Hello, welcome to Liverpool FC News Today channel. I've been on record as saying this is one of the greatest Liverpool teams of all time, but I'll go further. There's a valid argument to suggest they're the best. You can dispute that, too, because of the achievements of that incredible team of the early to mid-1980s. But what I don't think I can accept anymore is this suggestion that the current Liverpool team can't be deemed greats, whatever that means, because they have won only 4 trophies. Absolute nonsense. You have to put things into context. And I'll give you a small stat to put everything sharply into context. Since he arrived at Chelsea little more than 12 months ago, Thomas Tuchel has reached 5 major finals. Have your say. Will Liverpool win the Premier League title this season? Let us know in the comments. That's astonishing. That's insane. Okay, so maybe you can argue the Super Cup doesn't take much qualifying for, well, bar having to win the Champions League. Same with the Club World Cup. In any other era, that would make a career. Tuchel would never have to pay for anything within a 15-mile radius of Stamford Bridge for the rest of his life. Yet, with Chelsea third in the table, he's actually getting criticised. Going back to Liverpool, Jurgen Klopp has won 4 major trophies and, unlike the teams he's had to beat getting there, he doesn't have the backing of a country or an oligarch. I'd also argue that he's managed to build the strongest squad in Liverpool's history. There's no doubt they have greater depth now than at any time since I was a kid at the club. Look at their bench on Thursday. Incredibly strong, including Mo Salah. And yet this weekend they still have Jordan Henderson, Sadio Mane, Joe Gomez and Divock Origi all coming back. Good luck with dropping 4 players from your squad entirely, Jurgen. I'd argue that it's the strongest ever Liverpool squad because back in the 80s and earlier, the first 14 or 15 players played virtually all the games. But they're a distance behind in today's Premier League. Is that because they're not a great team? No chance. If this is one of the greatest Liverpool sides of all time, then there is absolutely no question it's the best team Manchester City have ever had. There's even a case to be made they have a better squad than any club anywhere in the history of football. Better depth than Barcelona or Real Madrid in their pomp. Quite possibly. But even City don't have it their own way all the time. They haven't won the Champions League once yet. Is that because they're not the best team in the world? I think they are. Which is a roundabout way of saying Liverpool are good enough to still have a chance in this season's title race. A bloody slim one, obviously. But a Klopp team of this quality can win all their remaining games, and that would make it interesting. I'm not saying it will happen, because injuries and illness have damaged their season. They've drawn too often and I put that down to game management. Maybe they've not been able to see things through at times. They were 2 up against Brighton, 2 up against Chelsea, leading twice at Brentford, beating City and Spurs. That's too many winning positions to squander. But it's a minor gripe. I wouldn't argue Liverpool should change their mentality when they're leading. If they tried something else, a deeper block, a more passive engagement, it may not suit their players at all. They simply have to believe they're among the best ever. And they are up against some of the greatest of all time in the Premier League and in Europe. Look at PSG for evidence of that. They have the depth now to cope with still being in 4 competitions. The only thing that can affect City and their other rivals is if they keep winning. It's a tall order, but it's not beyond the realms of possibility.